What's going on? I'm Devlin, actually at the Manchester Academy for my first day on my mini tour. I'm going to answer a few questions.
It's DV, L-I-N, your girlfriend thinks I'm handsome. I'll brainwash your mind like Darren Brown or Charlie Manson. You won't suggest I'm random when I take the scene for ransom.
What were your influences musically? What was playing in your house when you were growing up, and what's had an impact on your music, do you think?
So I love good writers, man. Growing up, my mum and dad listened to Bruce Springsteen, very good writer. Like old music, you know what I mean? You probably laugh at even Diana Ross and that old Motown sound. But then again, I listen to drum and bass, I listen to rap. I think you can take an influence of everything. Like, I like the dirty beats of drum and bass, but then again, I like the mellow sounds of like Motown and stuff like that. So I love a wide spectrum of music, I'd say, and I take influence, the best parts from every music.
How important is it to you that you rap about things that are real? Because that's something that the fans really kind of admire about your music.
I think it's crazy. All I can do is me, really. Do you know what I mean? And it ain't the same for done me wrong up to here, but I just write about things that I can relate to, things going on around me, things I see. I might try and give people a different point of view, not to say it's right, but something else to think about maybe. But that's all I can do, really. I can only write what I see and what I live. But for the fans to embrace me for doing that, I'm a lucky man, really.
Has it been difficult, do you think, getting into the music that you have got into, coming from Essex? I mean, grime obviously is a very London-centric kind of genre of music. Was there any trouble with, you being on the boundary, geographically, in terms of getting involved in this and the other?
No, you see where it is, like Essex is a massive place, but Devlin, Barking and Dagenham's a London borough, but it's in Essex, basically, like Newham, like Getz, where Getz is from, that's my neighbouring borough. So it ain't as if we're out in the sticks, like we're just on the edge of things, really, do you know what I mean? So never a problem, man. I had good friends like Getz, Dogzilla, do you know what I mean, from around the area. So I was lucky in that respect. I met people that already had a name and what they was doing. So I just got showed a lot of love, really, by my older boys when I come in.
What's kind of your perspective on the state of the grime industry? I mean, how do you kind of perceive other artists like, your Dizzy Rascals, your Wilders and stuff like that? Do you have a problem with the fact that maybe their sound has changed the bigger that they've got, or what are you kind of using that kind of thing?
I ain't got a problem with nothing no one's done yet, because everyone chose their lane. I can't come out and go fully in at first, but they don't really do what I do. I was trying to think about it the other day, like really, I'm a grime artist, a rapper. Right, no one else really spitting like deep bars, really. It's what we're down concept, but they made a platform for people like me to come through, which I'm sure hopefully I can do for other people, but I don't know, it's like they don't really do my music, man. I rap, I do grime music, and it's more pop music, I'd say.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, do you feel as if you are a grime artist, or do you see yourself as a grime artist or as an artist?
I see myself as an urban artist, man. I think you've got a cap on what you're doing. If you're creative, do you know what I mean? You might catch me on a rock song next week if I like it. So I might have a sing song on something. I just do what I love music. Obviously, I'm known for rapping and grime lyrics, but now I'm growing and developing. Like, I want to broaden my horizons, man. But yeah, that's where I come from. I come from the underground.
What is it about Devlin's music you enjoy?
His music is so true from the heart. It's about how he's been brought up. He's not. Nothing fake, is all heart,
Sick, lyrically talented, amazing, can't wait to see him.
It's just like the best music in the world. He raps about his own life and stuff, and where he's from and stuff.
Every single album what he's brought out, Tales from the Crypt, Art of Rolling, Blood, Sweat and Beers, all big tunes. Every single tune, you can sit there listening to him, every song through.
Let it go, let it go, let it go!
Would you go and see him again then? Yeah?
I'm going to Liverpool to see it.
This is the t-shirt, that Devlin threw up to the crowd.
Wow, lucky guy, aren't you?
Devlin actually threw this out. Devlin's touched this t-shirt, you know what I mean?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
What songs did you like him performing in particular?
Let It Go, Run Away, and London City.
London City, obviously a classic. Why do you think he's one of the biggest and best grime artists in the country?
He's the best ever. I'm in love with him. I actually can't see him.
2011 BBC Sound of the Year. You were one of the few. You were the only artist, in fact, who was unsigned. How did that? What did that do to you? What kind of motivation did that give to you?
See what, I'm so aloof, like to everything going on. I didn't know what that list was at the time when my name got mentioned. I was like, what, I'm on the BBC list, Obviously it's a good look when I found out what it was about and good things for the upcoming year. I thought, that's a compliment. If they must obviously think I'm going to do good things. And to be unsigned, Yeah, that was just a compliment, man, and that was the start of the spiral. London City and the videos, and the list. It started taking off from there.
It's obviously, you know, that you kind of come from a background where there's, you know, a lot of kind of social deprivation. You kind of see it in your lyrics. Given that there's so many kind of problems, where have you kind of found the motivation to do the kind of music that you have, rather than going perhaps down other paths which may have been easier but not necessarily the right ones?
I'll tell you what, it's been hard, yeah, because I love music anyway. I've done music for nothing for years, just that I love. They weren't paying the bills, you know what I mean? And you see stuff going on around you, people coming, bringing money around you. Obviously, like, sometimes not doing, well, I don't know what you want to call the right thing, but bringing money in from other avenues. Yeah, it gets to you, man. I went back to work for a year. It was that I do something silly, built up a little bit of P, and had one more go at this music, and it happened. So So yeah, but it's hard to stay focused. But then again, I would have been in a dead-end job or what else, you know what I mean? So something positive, it gave me something positive, it consumed a lot of my time, or I probably would have been doing it.
I still get the bars in Devlin, I'm marching like a soldier serving in Iraq. Now watch me eliminate targets, you should have known to anticipate carnage.
Who would you like to kind of collaborate with in the future? Whether it's from your kind of genre of music or anywhere else?
Do you know what, right now, I just want to like people like Getz, like Mark Horner, like people like Godzilla, people like Louis White, Roars, Criminal. I just want to see my boys come through with me, really. That's all I care about, really.
I mean, you collaborated with, you know, some of the grime greats, obviously, on the Game Over track and stuff like that. What was that like? I mean, collaborating with people like Gigs and Example and that kind of thing.
I just see that as like Gigs. I worked with Gigs before, do you know what I mean? Gigs is my pal, man. So, but it was nice. To be, everyone's got a fan base on that song, so if you don't like me, you might like someone else, you might like Strider, you might like Chip, but for that, everyone's fan base is watching, so I love that, man, so everyone's got a perform, haven't they, so it was a good chance to go in, but it was just nice, man, dirty beat, big like issue for the beat, just nice to go in for a change, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, kind of going back a little bit, I mean, how did you get into this? I mean, obviously it's probably a question that everyone's asking, you may be fed up with asking, but it's obviously a difficult thing. I mean, you talked about it, you know, briefly before, that there were times where it weren't paying the bills, and, you know, for any other person it might have been easy to kind of pack it in. Why did you kind of persevere? Why did you kind of continue? And, you know, obviously it's kind of paid off in the end.
Do you know what, literally, like music, I loved football when I was growing up. 15, 16, I just fell in love with music. I've been writing lyrics. But that's my love, I think, in life, really. Like, that's, all I love is my friends, my family and my music, really. So I couldn't give it, even if I weren't getting paid. Obviously, I didn't give it up, but now I am getting paid for what I love. That's a blessing in itself.
It's kind of like that. Well, mate, thank you very much for joining us today. Thanks for taking out the time to speak to us, and have a great performance today.
Thank you very much, man.
Take care.
Devlin smashed it again. Did you enjoy it then?
Well,
oh yeah.
I'm actually losing my voice.